Oh, hell yeah. Welcome to the podcast, Stop Crying Composer, greatest podcast known to man, as voted by the late and great Charles Bukowski. Shout out to everyone who tuned in live here on Friday, right around 4 o'clock Pacific time. Maybe a little late today. I got a late jump on the day. Geiges, INO, True Screws, Geiges, Jesus Thinks I'm to Die For, Kane, Cool Cat Gang, and maybe a few more. I'm, as usual, very unprepared for the podcast today. I woke up a little bit late because I stayed out a little bit too late. But you know what? One day, I'm going to be dead. And I'm going to be glad that I enjoyed my nights out with my girlfriend and my friends, drinking, having a good old-fashioned gay time. Right? Isn't that weird that the word gay used to mean like a normal thing? Isn't there a big song? What is that? I think it's like a cartoon or something where it's like, and have a gay old time. Is that Flintstones? Weird topic. So, we're going to start off today with trivia. Okay? Which prehistoric character on the Flintstones was gay? No, I'm joking. Today's trivia is about the TV show Friends. I recently found out that one of my good friends, Asian John, is a huge fan of the TV show Friends. And when he told me that, I thought he was joking. And I know it's a popular show. I know a lot of people like it. I've never watched it. So whenever I hear the phrase Friends on TV, I think it's like a show for like women or something. So he's like, no, I love the show. And he's giving me a normal straight face. He's like, I love Friends. And I'm like, dude, there's no way. What do you mean? Are you like fucking with me? If you like Friends so much, like prove it. And he's like, I can name every character. And I was like, okay, name them. And he's like, fucking Darcy, Dennis, whatever. He named them all. And I was like, wait a minute, like, how do I know if that's true? So I go back and I look it up. Everything was right. So then I asked him a 15-question trivia quiz on the TV show Friends, and he got every single question right. So today's trivia question, you guys can win a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack shipped directly to you if you live in the United States. Here's the question. On the TV show Friends, what is Joey? He has a stuffed penguin. What is the stuffed penguin's name? This was one of the questions I asked Asian John, which blew me away that he was able to know the answer. There was 15 different questions. Some of them were like unanswerable, right? One was like, which season never had a Thanksgiving special? So, he obviously you're not going to know each season. And some of them were like, the character that plays Joey, what was he originally cast for? I wouldn't expect him to know the answer to that. But all the other questions, he got them all 100% right. So, Joey's stuffed penguin's name was Hugsy, Cool Cat Gang, goddammit, also known as Saren Mew, the number 170 star alpha Mario 64 gamer is the winner. You will win a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack. We were just talking on DM earlier today, so get me your address information and I will send that out promptly. What do you guys think about doing the trivia first? Do you think we should do it first to reward those of you who showed up early, or should we save it for the middle to make sure you guys are like paying very much attention? You don't fucking go away for a glass of water or a beer or a pee break. No, you need to listen to this shit nonstop. Everything I say is extremely important. Speaking of important things, I hope you watched today's YouTube video. It's me learning a new trick. Fakie board slide to body varial to back lip to fakie. Really cool video, really cool trick if you haven't seen that. Also, Ninja Review, which if you're watching this live comes out tomorrow. If you're watching this as it comes out on iTunes, then Ninja Review would have been yesterday. It's always hard for me to figure out like when you guys are listening, so I have to sometimes put things in the past tense or the forward tense. Anyways, don't miss Ninja Review. That's all I'm fucking saying there. So, I saw this challenge. It's called the Watermelon Challenge, and I originally saw it on the Brothers channel, Eddie and Jacob. They started their own channel outside of Major Crew, since Major Crew has sort of fallen apart. It was a really popular skateboarding channel with a really good group of people. Me and Doug Desatels, who you can see in the chat room right now. We used to go to Texas every single year, right around the middle of October, to film for videos for Major Crew. And occasionally they would come out to visit us. I think we did a couple of trips to California, to Tehachapi, and they came to Vegas a couple times, and it's always been a good time. Their brother is on the TV show American Ninja Warrior. Anyways, I'm getting way off topic here. I saw on their channel the watermelon challenge. So what you do is you grab a watermelon, you put it in a rear naked choke, and you just try to crush the watermelon. And, you know, me being super fucking alpha mode, I saw these guys fail doing it. Like, they couldn't do it. They grabbed the watermelon, they tried to crush it, it wouldn't break. I thought to myself, hey, man, I did jiu-jitsu for a year and a half. I work out sometimes. Pretty big guy, especially in the belly these days, and most people's strength comes from their belly. So I'm thinking I'm going to do this fucking challenge, dude. I'm going to get on there. I'm going to crush this goddamn watermelon. I'm going to tell you guys, I tried my goddamn hardest. There's every ounce of strength I had in my entire body I used to try to crush this fucking watermelon, and I could not do it. I squeezed it with all my might. I must have tried 9 or 10 times, and so much so that my arm started to hurt, and then I had this one like chokehold on it, the Dan Severn as we call it, and I thought my arm was gonna break. I thought I was gonna get beat up by a fruit or a vegetable. What is a watermelon? Isn't like a tomato, you always think of that like it's a vegetable, but deep down it's a fruit? It always trips me out. What makes something a fruit? Seeds? I don't know. Speaking of that, my garden is doing great. I have all these things growing out the ground. I didn't label anything, so I don't know what half the shit is. I'm looking at there's these weird leaves growing out there, these long leaves. They kind of look like a grapefruit emoji, the shape of them. I'm just saying it's long, like I don't know, what shape would that be? A fucking long fucking oval, I guess, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I want to eat it, but then I'm wondering, hey, maybe this is just the top. Maybe if I pulled it out, it would be a fucking potato in there or an onion or something. I don't even remember what fucking seeds I got. I have no idea. Next year, I'm getting better and better every year at this gardening thing. Last year, completely unorganized, and I planted all my seeds too late. Nothing grew. I think I got maybe 1 jalapeno last year. The fucking lamest shit. I got 1 or maybe 2 peppers, and they were tiny little peppers. They were like maybe 1 inch long, so it wasn't even a real jalapeno. So this year, my fucking garden is flourishing. I spent a lot more money on it this year too, though, so maybe that's what you got to do. It's weird because I initially was like, yeah, I'm gonna grow my own shit. Maybe I'll save a little bit of money, and maybe I'll like take pride in the fact that I don't have any GMOs, and there's no weird like 16-year-old guy making $8 an hour putting his weird fucking fingers all over the fruits like you get at the grocery store. No, grow my own shit. It's all gonna be good. Turns out I'm not much of a farmer just yet, but I will be soon. And it seems like the trick to being a good gardener is just money. You just have to have a lot of money. You have to buy the special soil, fucking water that shit, buy the plant food. Oh, then you have to buy the shit that kills the little worms that are eating my goddamn plants. It's basically just a money suck. Unless you want to grow something easy. Then again, Las Vegas is a desert, so there's not a lot of like just wildlife to start with. It's either fucking deathly cold here and you're dying freezing like the fucking Titanic. Oh, Rose, I'll try to save you. Fucking knees, ice cubes. Or it's 110 degrees and you're just immediately melting and there's people dying all over the fucking place. You know, Las Vegas, I feel like that's one of the few places on earth where you can drive down the street and see a bum die just from the heat. It's also tourists. Tourists come out here and they're like, oh yeah, I saw this movie, The Hangover, and there was a lot of people in Vegas. It looked like such a great time. And then they die because they don't realize it's really deathly hot out here. It's one of the hottest places in the United States. We're not that far from Death Valley, right? There's a place called Death Valley. You wouldn't name somewhere Death Valley if it was just a nice, cool thing. Although then again, don't they say like Greenland's not really green and Iceland's not really ice? Maybe that's the thing about Death Valley. Maybe Death Valley's just full of life. Oh, shit, I don't know. Well, let's jump into the news. I try to throw you guys for a loop lately. We've been doing the news in the middle of the podcast instead of immediately because I figured maybe if I share a little bit about my life with you guys, we'll keep this shit going. So, Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas apologizes to rapper Meek Mill after ouster? What is this word ouster? Ostrich? I don't know this word ouster. O-U-S-T-E-R. Anyways, Meek Mill tried to get into the Cosmo. They wouldn't let him in. They wouldn't let anyone in his posse in. He went on this big stink and called the Cosmopolitan racist, which, I don't know, isn't Meek Mill kind of famous for rapping about shooting people and getting shot at and just being a being an all-around person you don't want in your casino, I don't think it's that big of a deal they wouldn't let him in. But if you don't have any reason to not let somebody in, you should. Then again, Las Vegas, Nevada, actually, is a right-to-serve state. So you can kick anybody out of any place for any fucking reason. You can look at somebody and be like, I don't like your fucking hat. Get out of my store. That's how it works. The way that, like, Walmart works or anywhere, it works the same way as, like, your house. If someone's in your house and you just decide you don't want them there, you say, get the fuck out of my house, they can't do this thing like, well, you can't kick me out of your house based upon my appearance. No, motherfucker, you can't. So the way that these stores work here, a lot of the times is based, like, similarly to how your house. If you own the house, or if you're speaking for the representative of the house or whatever, you tell someone to leave, there's no, like, I'm gonna sue you because you kicked me out for no reason. Some places, I think, have that shit, but you can kick somebody out of your store for fucking anything. You gotta be careful on, like, the gay shit, though. You can't kick nobody out because they're gay or because, you know, they're their skin color. But everything else, fair game, pretty much. Let's read. The Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas issued an apology to rapper Meek Mill Friday afternoon. Okay, now the reason they're doing this apology is because Meek Mill has 1 million fucking fans, and he cried racism. He cried racism, and his fans, they're totally down to buy into anything this guy says. He could have said fucking don't drink water, it's poison, and 1 million people would fucking stop drinking water for a day or two. So he probably said, Cosmopolitan is racist, don't go there. In fact, the Cosmopolitan is so lame, write a bunch of mean things about it on social media, and then probably all over WorldStar and Facebook and fucking MySpace, it's probably all these articles that say, Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas is racist. So now they have to apologize. For what? For kicking out some guy that they probably didn't want there anyways? Probably a handful. Type in Meek Mill, and then there's a way to search, right? I don't know how it works on Google. There's a way to search, and you can, like, put something in parentheses where it'll be like, hide every article that says this. Type in Meek Mill, hide every article that says Cosmopolitan, and it's just going to be, like, fucking Meek Mill fights outside of club. 3 people killed at Meek Mill show. That's what it's going to be. So is Cosmo really that wrong for not letting him in? I don't know. Then again, I'm a fan of Meek Mill. I downloaded a couple mixtapes back in the day. It's good workout music. Really like that guy. I just, I don't know if I'd invite him to a barbecue. This guy fucking sells bricks. God damn it. And he shoots people, according to his music. Why would he lie? Why would he lie? Why would he lie? Anyways, 6 days after he posted a video showing him get kicked out of their hotel, he posted the apology happened. The company said, we did not act in a respectful manner and were wrong. They look forward to welcoming him back to the resort. According to TMZ, the incident happened at 3:30 p.m. on May 25th. Okay, now this is annoying. You shouldn't be able to kick somebody out at 3:30 p.m. As we read this article, I might start to take Meek's side here. I thought this was like 2 in the morning type shit. And maybe he was drunk and being belligerent. Maybe his car fucking whipped in, screeching. Arr! But if it's 3:30, he's probably just trying to get in there and hang out. Anyways, he's arguing with an employee. In a post to Twitter and Instagram, the Philadelphia rapper claimed the property was going to extreme racist levels to keep him out. Now, I've always said this, dude. I'm getting so sick of everyone fucking crying racist all the time. You know how many people, I know Meek Mill fucking thinks he's like a superstar and all that. He thinks he's the only person in the world that fucking matters. He's such a big fucking deal, badass rapper. Oh, everyone's scared of you. I get it. But motherfucker, do you know how many people get kicked out of every casino every day? A fucking shitload get kicked out all the time. And I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. It's not because of their skin color. It's because casinos don't give a fuck about anything but money. Okay? Now, I really doubt that you were rolling up to play some baccarat or throw some money down on roulette, so they wanted to kick you out. It sucks. You got kicked out. But to just cry racist, first off, say that they're disrespectful, say that you deserve better, say that they should have taken care of you, say anything other than they were just going to extreme racist levels, because until I hear an employee say the N-word, I'm not buying your fucking shit. Am I going too far? Let me know in a comment. Is that too much for me? You can't just cry racist every time something bad happens to you, okay? You go outside and it rains. What, God's racist because you didn't want it to rain that day? No, the Cosmo doesn't give a fuck about anybody. I've been kicked out of all these fucking places on this strip. Everywhere in Fremont, I've gotten kicked out of. And it's not because of my skin color. Oftentimes, it was because I fucked up. Sometimes, I didn't even fuck up. Sometimes it was because I was near someone fucking up, and I got lumped in with everybody and kicked out. It's not always race. The video shows a staff member saying he had been trespassed from the property, meaning he would be denied access or be detained. I wonder if he actually was. So if he was trespassed, then no fucking shit, they're not going to let you back in. If he wasn't trespassed, then they made a mistake, and they're stupid, which everyone does. These fucking casinos, they fuck up all the time. In a statement to Fox 5, the Cosmo wrote, "As a matter of company policy, we do not comment on legal matters. Our guests' safety and security always remains our top priority." On Monday, the property sent out an additional statement denying the allegations of denial based on race. I'm going to skip all this. On Friday, the company posted an apology on Twitter. "We apologize for how we handled the situation, blah, blah, blah." His attorney, Joe Tacopina, told TMZ he sent the property a letter claiming the property maintains a list of African-American recording artists to keep off the property. Okay, they probably don't let Motley Crue in either. They probably don't let anyone that fucks shit up. You know what I mean? They're probably not going to let Steve-O from Jackass in. There's a lot of people they're probably not going to let in there. There's probably a lot of fucked up vloggers. Probably not going to what's that guy? Logan Paul is probably on that list. So what the fuck is it with everyone always just claiming race all the fucking time? They keep a list of African-American recording artists. You know, there's also a list called the Black Book in Las Vegas that keeps out cheaters from over the years, but that particular list is mostly white people, so it must be racist. The entire state of Nevada is racist against white people because most people who are permanently kicked out of casinos are just happen to mostly be white. Racist against whites. Everyone feel bad for me. Dude, this is all power play. This is all power play so that this guy can get his name in the papers again. In addition to the statement, representatives for the property on Monday said the event began with an over-capacity crowd at Marquee Day Club. According to them, earlier in the day, Metro Police were called to manage a larger-than-usual crowd. They were contacted ahead of time about Meek Mill's arrival, and security said he would not be allowed in due to capacity. Now, that seems kind of lame. If they know that he's coming and he's going to bring a crowd, it does seem kind of weird to me that they would not want an entertainer to be in their club. It seems like the Cosmo played like the "I'm too cool" shit. Like, oh, we already got enough people. We don't need you. So I think that's super fucking rude of them to initially, here's what probably happened. They probably invited him and his squad to come hang out free of charge. Probably not even perform. Maybe just host or something. Go up there, say, what up, y'all? It's Meek Mill. Hanging out, man. Popping a couple bottles. Fucking hang out. Let's have a great time. Boom. Drop the mic, have fun, and then him and his squad get in for free. Maybe they get a show-up charge or something like that. Whatever. Then, here's what I'm thinking maybe happened. Maybe they didn't need him. Maybe the club was already fucking full. It was popping. Everything was great. So they don't need him now. They don't need him now. So they're like, oh, never mind. We don't need you. He's probably just like, hey, dude. We were going to come here to hype your shit up. You invited us, right? They said they knew about him coming. Why would they immediately say that he's not allowed to come anymore? I wonder. At least, here, Cosmo, if you want to pull some sneaky shit, say that you had a threat or something. Say that there was a threat on his life and they don't want him to come in. Say some shit like that. But don't just go in there off this, it's full, man. Not enough room. It's like, dude, okay, there's not enough room, motherfucker. It's a casino. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of square feet. There's actually, speaking of room, there's rooms. There's places you can get. There's entire towers filled with rooms where you can go. I mean, why not just let the guy in, let him gamble, let him hang out? Plus, all these places, they might have their pool club might be filled. There's another pool over here. There's another club over here. Or fuck it, maybe he just wants to hang out in the sports lounge. Like, why would you not let this guy in based on capacity? That, I think, is some bullshit. That's fucking weird. When he arrived, security told Mill about the capacity. He refused to leave the property, then was told his next attempt would be trespassing. So, yeah, motherfucker. Maybe he was like, listen, you know what? The club's fucked up. Whatever. Fuck you. You guys really you really pulled a dick move on me. That's fine. That's fine. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to gamble. I'm going to gamble with my bros. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to watch sports. And they said, you still can't come in? That's some bullshit. If that's what happened, that's some bullshit. Anyways, that was the end of the article. The assertion that the Cosmopolitan denied Meek because of capacity concerns at Marquee Day Club is outright false. In the recorded video, Meek also inquired about getting a meal at one of the hotel's restaurants, yet their security team continued to deny Meek and said he would be arrested for trespassing regardless of location in the hotel premises. The Cosmo's conduct continues to be deplorable. You know what? By the end of this article, I'm going to take his side. I believe him, yo. I believe him, yo. I think he was treated super unfairly. This crying race shit, I don't agree with that, but I definitely agree that he was probably treated unfairly and that he is 100% owed an apology. So you know what? A happy ending for this. I'm glad that they apologized. Everyone's good now. Hopefully they comp him a few rooms or get him at the club. Give this man some money. He's black. He's been through a lot. What is that? 21 Jump Street. I love that fucking quote. Anyways, next article. 4 suspects arrested in connection with Las Vegas drive-by shooting. I clicked this because if you're listening to this on iTunes, you can't see, but let me set the stage here. It's 2 guys and 2 gays, 2 gals, 2 guys and 2 gals. Can't fucking talk. 2 ladies and 2 gentlemen, and they all look like fucking teenagers, dude. These guys are way too young to be doing drive-bys. Then again, it's not Chicago. They're getting younger and younger every year, aren't they? 4 people were arrested in connection to a drive-by shooting that happened on March 29th. That's kind of crazy that it took this long for these guys to get in trouble. March 29th, somebody must have spilled the beans. And I think it was this fat chick. She definitely spilled the beans. You can't trust a fat Asian chick unless she's a sumo wrestler. That's what my grandpa used to say. Jail records showed Giriani, Chawastanti, whatever, Brianna, who cares about these fucking names? I'm gonna truly try to say these names, and I'm only gonna say them once. Giirani Chawansantati, Brianna Matus, Marco Nahara, and Javin Melton were booked into the Clark County Detention Center on attempted murder, conspiracy to commit murder, 3 counts of discharging a gun into a structure, and 3 counts of discharging a firearm from a structure vehicle. 2 of them are facing assault with deadly weapons charges. All 4 had also been charged with buying and possessing stolen property. Okay. On March 29th, Metro Police received reports of an illegal shooting. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why would it be reports of an illegal shooting at 1 a.m.? Why would it, like, what would be the circumstances? Like, let me just read this and just pretend it happened the other way. Metro Police received reports of a completely legal shooting around 1:15 a.m. in a residential area. No fucking shit, it's an illegal shooting. Why did they write that? Who wrote this article? Please let it be Gabriela. Yes, dude, I'm a fucking psychic. Gabriela Benavidez wrote this fucking article. We've been waiting for her triumphant return to writing terrible fucking articles, and today she's back with flying colors. I can't wait till we find another fuck up in this article. It's guaranteed. Gabriela, we fucking missed you so much. I knew that it would be, I was hoping you didn't get transferred to another, like, news organization or something. I was hoping that you'd be back with your terrible fucking spelling mistakes and illogical fucking writing style. Here we go. Metro Police received reports of an illegal shooting around 1... I can't believe I totally psychically guessed that was Gabriela's fucking writing. I knew it. In a residential area, a father and son were home when their house was shot at. The father told police he was asleep when he heard what sounded like fireworks popping. He heard another series of loud bangs before running out of his bedroom to check on his son. The son ran out of his bedroom after he heard the sound of glass breaking. According to police records, the son noticed a bullet hole in the corner of the closet and another in the ceiling of his room. Officers located 3 bullet impacts on the house, 2 through a bedroom window on the 2nd floor and a 3rd in a window near a separate bedroom. One of the neighbors told police he heard gunshots while he was locking up his house for the night. Police records said the neighbor added he saw a silver or gray-colored Buick LeSabre or LaCrosse head west before making a U-turn and then head east and travel towards the victim's house. Anyways, I don't understand how people see a crime happen. I wish I was a car person, because if I ever saw a really bad crime and I saw a car go by, I would never know. I would just be like, it was white and it had the round lights on the back. Excuse me, sir, the round lights? Yeah, not like the square lights, rounder. And they pop out like 3-dimensional lights on the back, brake lights. So you didn't see what make or model it was. Can't help you. Was it 2-door, 4-door? The lights were round like an egg, officer. The lights were rounded and they were red, and there was just, all I remember was the lights. Any license plate? No, sir, officer, I don't know about license plate. I just remember those lights were bulging out like an ostrich egg, like an egg. Sir, that doesn't help us at all. Identify the car. I don't know what to tell you, officer. Like, that would be me. I can never tell anything about a car. If I see a car go by, like, I won't know the fucking Ford, fucking Mustang. I don't know. Is it a Jeep? I don't know. I'm either going to say SUV or car or truck. That's as far as my car knowledge goes. Which is funny because my homie Renee, he runs a tow truck business. He's worked on a tow truck for his entire life. And he can name every car. He can name the year of every fucking car. And he can name the motor, and he can name, like, the easiest way to open the door, because he also does, if you lock your keys in the car, he'll come up to you and he'll help you get your keys out. He'll fucking put the Slim Jim in, or he'll fucking pump the air into the door. He does all that shit. And, dude, he'll be like, oh, did you see that fucking lacrosse? And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Lacrosse? So yeah, I can never tell shit from anything on a car. So I think it's good that those people exist when crimes happen, so you can name exactly what's going on. Anyways, let's continue. The son told police in a later interview he had been receiving threats from another user on Snapchat that said his house would be shot up, but didn't disclose any additional information. I think Snapchat might be one of those apps where if you snap somebody, sometimes it'll tell you, like, their location. I bet that's what happened, because there's no way this guy would be like, oh yeah, motherfucker, come shoot up my house. I live at 1927 Jacob Street. Like, that would never be a thing. Unless he did. If that's the case, dude, oh man, it's funny and ironic and sad. It's this weird, like, romantic idea that this kid was talking shit on Snapchat, like, you ain't gonna do shit, motherfucker, you ain't gonna do shit, bop, 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 and then his fucking house gets shot up, and he's probably just like, oh shit, I thought they weren't gonna do anything. I knew this guy back in, right when I graduated high school. He was outside of a Walmart. There's a Walmart on Nellis and Charleston. He was out there, and he ran into somebody he had a problem with, and they're fucking talking shit, and this guy pulls out a pistol, goes, you're not gonna fucking do shit, man, what, you gonna fucking shoot me? And then I shot him twice right in the belly. He was talking shit, then he got shot twice in the belly. He ended up being fine. He lived. Everything was good. But the way he told the story was funny. He's like, yeah, I went out there talking shit. I said, what, motherfucker? You ain't going to shoot me. And then he shot me. Anyways, later that same day, police were notified that a victim with an apparent gunshot wound, later identified as Najera, had been admitted to Mountain View Hospital. Police records said she or he, I don't know who Najera is. They had been shot in the shoulder and had initially told officers he was shot while walking. Matus, identified by police as Najera's girlfriend. Can we use first names, please? I can never tell the fucking difference from a man last name and a girl last name. Matus and Najera? That'd be the worst sitcom, because you'd never know who's fucking talking. Which one is Matus? Which one's Najera? I don't fucking know. They were at the hospital. He spoke to police. According to police reports, Melton and Chawan Santati came over to her apartment, whatever. Melton asked Matus for a ride. There's too many fucking names in this article to be saying it like this. Gabriela, I hate the way this person Gabriela writes articles. I fucking hate it. When the group arrived at their destination, one person asked somebody else to wait outside on the drive back. One person let out a series of shots at a house they drove past. One person demanded, I'm going to say one person because I'm not going to say these dumbass names over and over because it's not going to help the story because nobody knows who is who. Melton demanded Matus turn around and go back. When the group passed by the house again, they let out another series of shots as they drove back to her apartment. One person rested her head in one guy's lap, accidentally discharging the gun. Yes, dude. This is the greatest article of karma ever. First off, you fucked up having annoying last names. Second, you just did a drive-by and accidentally fucking what, he accidentally shot his chick? I don't know who's who in this. If anyone wants to go back and read this article, I don't know if a guy got shot or a girl got shot. Nobody fucking knows. Gabriela writes these fucking articles like an idiot. Anyways, police later located the vehicle and found large amounts of marijuana and several $100s inside. Najera said he and Melton sell weed to get by. No! They spelled by wrong! People, Gabriela is the worst fucking writer I've ever seen. They spelled by wrong. Sell weed to get by. B-U-Y. What are we doing here, people? You can be an adult. Like, nothing is impossible. All right? Let Gabriela be an inspiration to everyone. Nothing is impossible. Like, you have a job where your only job is to report the news and be pretty good at grammar and spelling. That's your only job. That's all you have to do. That's the only thing you have to do. And you actually don't even have to be able to spell. Like, nothing's impossible. Can you imagine doing any other job? For example, me. A lot of my work right now, I'm working on the computer. Can you imagine me being on the computer and I don't know how to, like, get to the internet? Can you imagine if my job was to be a computer guy? Let's pretend my job was to be a podcaster and I had to run my own fucking podcast station. Can you imagine if I didn't know how to turn on a computer? Well, guess what, dude? There's still hope out there, because there's people out there who get paid probably pretty good money to write articles who actually don't even know how to write or spell. So anything could happen. Or a tattoo artist. Can you imagine being a tattoo artist and not be able to fucking draw anything? Like, or just be like, have no hands? Oh my God, dude. Or, dude, okay, here's one. Or a bartender that can't make any drinks. Lily tells me this shit all the time. She's a cocktail waitress. So she goes throughout a casino, asks people what they want to drink. They give her an order. She goes back to the bartender. Say, let me get 2 Bloody Marys. Let me get a Jack and Coke. Let me get 1 Cosmopolitan. Let me get a White Russian and 3 beers. Okay, you got it. And she tells me all the time that these fucking bartenders, every once in a while, they don't know what the fuck they're doing at all. No fucking clue. They come back with just a pile of bullshit, put a fucking T-bone steak in a pile of garbage and send her back. Like, dude, I'm not gonna serve this shit to people. I asked for drinks, not garbage. So, but even in that case, anything is possible. Anything is possible. You could be bad at anything and still be a professional at that thing. Thank you, Gabriela. He also told police the money was a combination of their weed sales and Mattis' pay as a stripper at Little Darlings. There, now we go. During her interview with police, somebody was having beef with someone on Snapchat who supposedly robbed him. Oh, this is a drug thing, man. Your house gets shot up because you did some drug shit? Good. Your house gets shot up. Stay out of trouble. Be nice to everyone. Treat everyone good. Golden rule. Do unto others as you want them to do to you. All you gotta fucking do to not get your house shot up because of some Snapchat beef. Right? Oh, anyways. She told police how they hid the gun next to a bush. Police were able to locate the firearm in the parking lot of a Target near North Tenaya Way. I know where that is. Now this is annoying. This is my big thing about hiding a gun. If you had to hide a gun, my thing is bury it. You should bury guns. I got a story about this guy I used to hang out with at this dude Ed's house, Ed the vet. And this guy had just gotten out of prison. He's like, yeah, dude, I fucking ran with the cops. I was all fucking twacked out on meth. I fucking ran with the cops. They closed the road. So I took my bike onto the train tracks. He's talking about this big-ass Harley. He's like, got away from the cops, but then the helicopter got me. So I fucking I had 2 handguns. I buried them both in the desert. And I was like, sick. Good. But if you just put your gun in a bush, my thing is you can't just put a gun in a bush because a kid's going to come hanging out, fucking chasing bees, butterflies, or he's gonna go chase a fucking little, oh, look at this caterpillar. He went under that bush. Dun-dun-dun. I found a gun. Now I'm gonna go kill my sister on accident. That's the most irresponsible shit to do, I think. I think it's super irresponsible to do something like that, to hide your gun in a bush. I don't like that shit. Melton confirmed that police, they asked for help to handle a beef he had in reference to getting robbed, blah, blah, blah. They all drove to Samstown to buy 20 Xanax bars. They only received 14 and they were angry about getting ripped off. They then drove to the house with the intent to shoot it up. Melton fired the first round of shots, but when they circled back, the gun jammed, and then someone fired more shots, whatever. Anyways, Najera said he did not know Melton's dealer for Xanax bars and didn't know where the person lived. I don't understand any of this shit. I'm just glad that we caught Gabriela fucking spelling shit wrong again. So, anyways, I don't know. I feel like we read that whole article. I still don't really know what happened. What a complete waste of time for you guys and me. Next article. Mom upset after teacher writes, WTF is this on son's homework assignment. That is fucking hilarious, dude. Is it that big of a deal? Okay, there's two ways you could approach this if you have a son or daughter in school and your teacher writes, what the fuck is this? Absolutely no credit. That's what it says on the paper in the picture. What the fuck is this? Question mark. Absolutely no credit. I think this is hilarious because parents have two options here. I'll tell you the first option is to get mad, get upset, call the school, say that this is uncalled for. Why are you writing this acronym? Why are you writing this on my papers? It's totally unprofessional. It's bad. Don't do this. Reprimand that teacher. I demand it. The second option is to take a picture of this, put it on Facebook, and write LOL. Because is it really that fucking big of a deal? I'm going with option two. If I have a kid and this shit ever happens, I'm immediately going to take a picture of it, send it to all my friends, put it on Facebook, and write LOL. That's going to be my response. Not mom upset after teacher. What? You're upset at the teacher for what? WTF? You think your fucking kid's not on Xbox saying the most horrific shit all goddamn day anyways? Here we go. A Florida high school teacher didn't give her student an F. Instead, she wrote, what the fuck is this? I'm going to say what the fuck. WTF is this on a paper to signal he would be getting a 0. The student's mom wasn't happy about it. First off, the student is probably dumb because you're getting a 0. You should take that energy, that your anger at the fucking teacher, and make your kid a less shitty student. Maybe that's where your priority should be. Priority should be, hey, my kid just got a fucking 0. I think I'm going to just get mad at the teacher. No. Why'd you get a 0? Your kid probably did something dumb. Melinda Smith. Of course, it's Melinda Smith is the type of name of somebody who needs to see the manager. Always. Melinda Smith said she was shocked when her son handed her his science homework and WTF is this was written across the top. It wasn't anything about not getting credit. It was more so the language. That was very inappropriate and not acceptable for a teacher whatsoever. It was very inappropriate. You know what was not acceptable? Your fucking kid's homework. He sucked at it. It was so bad that it couldn't be accepted. Your kid has a fucking 0 on this paper and maybe in life. And why is that? Because you're paying more attention to some acronym that some teacher wrote rather than, I don't know, figuring out why your kid sucks at whatever the fuck he's doing. Your kid's going to end up selling Xanax in Sam's Town, getting shot up because he can't figure out science, and you're over here worried about WTF? Give me a fucking break. I think for sure she needs to be reprimanded. I believe that something should be placed in her file. Really? Guy just says, Guy just in the chat room says, there's going to be a lot of what the fucks in that kid's future. That's not the first of the WTFs in this kid's life. I assure you. The teacher in question does not want to respond publicly to the situation. She can't respond because if they do, they get fired. The principal, Coy Pilston. Somebody's name is Coy Pilston. Good evening. My name is Coy Pilston. About the WTF. I did not appreciate that. You wrote that on one of our fine students' paperworks. They are taking the necessary steps to deal with the incident. They will not release the teacher's name. Once we were notified, I notified district officials, and our HR has been involved. They're currently investigating the situation. Investigating. How many man hours are going to be wasted on this investigation? That's going to be my new fucking dream job. Investigating shit like this. I want to be the detective involved. I want to be the one that goes, what's the story? Teacher wrote WTF. Okay. I'm going to have to investigate. Okay. I'm looking at it. It exists. Guilty on all charges. Have a nice day. Investigation. Oh, all the teachers are caring, loving teachers. We're also human. Some make mistakes. We understand that we are called to a high professional standard And when we make mistakes, we try to correct those mistakes and move forward. Tell you one person who did not correct their mistakes is that dumbass kid who fucked up on the homework. God damn it. I have no pity for that kid. That kid, first off, kids at that school. I don't condone bullying. You know what? Go to that parent's house and fuck up her car. Don't bully the kid. It's not the kid's fault that he's dumb, okay? Because look who's raising him. His mom is raising, Melinda Smith is raising this fucking kid. First off, to be a bitch. And now we know he's a lazy bitch. Can't even do his fucking homework. Go throw an egg at that fucking house. Kids, go throw an egg at that house. Let's try to make some progress here so that we can avert this from happening again. It really annoys me. Anyways, that's all for the news. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on WTF is this. It's not that big of a deal. Sure, the teacher should get in trouble. They'll slap on the wrist. Big fucking deal. But mom, parents, dude, like I said, there's two options. Number one, throw a fucking fit, be annoyed, and be a bitch about it. Number two, laugh it off. It's fucking funny. All right? As long as the teacher didn't write no angry, evil shit to your kid like, you're so dumb. You know, like, it just says, what the fuck is this? Which is probably what the fuck the teacher is thinking. They probably just wrote down what they were thinking. What the fuck is this? Maybe the teacher knows the kid's smarter than that. Listen, kid, you're better than this. You can do better. You can figure out science. What fucking class is this? 3rd grade? 4th grade? What class is this? What are they learning about? Sea turtles and bullshit? They're probably just like, listen, I know that you know about sea turtles. Okay? You got to apply yourself, little Jimmy. Apply yourself and just figure out the sea turtles. You can do this. But what you gave me right here, this paper, what the fuck is this? Go back to your seat. I feel like, dude, come on. What's the big fucking deal? Anyways, that's all I got for the news today. In my life, last week I tried to watch some MMA on the old internet, only to find out that ex-MMA fighter Brendan Schaub, popular because he was on Joe Rogan's show. Joe Rogan made him popular. I don't want to be a bandwagon hater, but this guy Schaub is the easiest person to hate. I don't want to talk about this too much because I know a lot of you guys aren't fight fans. Schaub is the easiest person to hate because he comes off as so dumb. Everything he says backfires. And he was made famous because Joe Rogan told him that he was a bad fighter. It was like this big moment. He's like, basically publicly and told him live on a podcast that he's a bad fighter. He said, you're not going to make it in this fighting sport. You need to retire. And then I think Schaub was like, no, dude, you'd be surprised. And Joe Rogan famously, the famous line was, no, you'd be surprised. And then Schaub got famous and then he became a regular on the show. Now he has his own podcast where I guess he makes fight predictions and he's always wrong. Anyways, to the point. The other day, he talked about him streaming an illegal UFC fight, which we all do it. Everyone does it. Everyone goes on it. All you had to do, you used to be able to type in MMA streams, and then it would come up, and you could find a nice, high-quality stream, watch your favorite fighters beat each other's fucking brains in, and a good time would be had by all. But Brendan Schaub spoke out about this, and the day after he talked about it, because it's such a big audience, they immediately started going ham, shutting down all of these services. There are no more MMA streams. I mean, there is. Obviously, you can't shut that shit down. But they had to move completely off of Reddit. And Reddit is, although it is heavily censored, it is one of the last places where you can almost be free online, right? You can almost get away with some shit on Reddit. Not for long. Not for long, okay? Very soon it's going to be even more heavily censored. But you used to be able to go on there and at least enjoy the links to your free pay-per-view events, and you could enjoy it, drink a beer, fucking cheers with your friends, and watch Anderson Silva get beat up by whoever the fuck's gonna beat his ass next. So they shut all those down, and everyone's blaming Schaub. And there's a huge hashtag on Twitter and Instagram. It's like snitch boy Schaub or something like that. Don't snitch Schaub or Schaub the snitch. It's fucking hilarious. And I just bring it up because this guy, he gets like the worst hand all the time. Everyone has always talked shit on him. As a fighter, they talked shit because he had no chin. And as a guest, they talk shit on him because he always gets everything wrong. He kind of like has this weird cockiness, like he always thinks he's right, but he's actually always wrong. And he's just a free, open target to internet hate. And It's fucking poetic that all he fucking did nothing wrong, right? All he did was go on a podcast and say, yeah, I downloaded an illegal event. And just from him saying that, it gets shut down for everybody. He ruins the fun for everybody. I think it's so funny that some people are just meant to be like the butt of the earth, like the butt of the joke, the target of all hate. Oh man, it's really funny. Anyways, we're about to get wrapped up here. Tomorrow, I can't wait to tell you guys how it goes. I'm going to the MGM. I'm going to be going to a Super Mario World event. I am truly becoming a real-life nerd. All these really hard versions of Mario that you guys see me playing here on Twitch and that you guys see me playing on Instagram and on YouTube. I've been uploading a lot more of that stuff. I'm going to meet some of the best Mario World players ever. Right here in Las Vegas, MGM Grand, at a sports bar. No, not a sports bar, a gaming bar called Level Up. And the main guy there, his name is Grand Pooh Bear. He's like a super badass gamer, and he's actually a really entertaining guy. So if you guys haven't heard of him, you can check him out here on Twitch, Grand Pooh Bear. But him and a group of other people, a lot of really badass gamers, are going to be there. And hopefully a good time will be had by all. And I'll tell you why it's going to be a good time. Come on, bring it in close. Let me whisper it to you guys. It's because it's a 21 and up event. No fucking kids allowed. Is that not the greatest thing that could ever happen? I'm allowed to go out there, be a nerd, get drunk with some people that I enjoy watching, and I don't know, just some really, really entertaining gamers. Simple Flips is gonna be there. He's a really popular gamer, and I get to bump elbows with some of these badass dudes. So that's gonna be a good time, and I can't wait to tell you guys how it goes. So be excited for me. God damn it. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Let me know your thoughts on, is Meek Mill overreacting about this racist thing, or did the Cosmo fuck up, or is it a little bit of both? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts about Xanax and shootings. Let me know your thoughts about the WTF. Because if you're watching this on Sunday on either iTunes or Podbean or YouTube, I want to hear you guys' thoughts. A WTF, I'm standing by my guns here. You have two options. Go on with your life and laugh, or fucking bitch about it like a bitch. Anyway, stay tuned for the post show. I'm going to hang out with you guys for, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes and crack some jokes and whatnot. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. I apologize for being a little bit unprepared, but I think it went pretty good. God damn it. Also, let me know your thoughts on the watermelon challenge. That video probably won't be out until Monday or Tuesday, but if you guys have a watermelon laying around, grab it with your arm and try to crush that bitch and see if you can break it. Because I thought I could. I can't. I'm not good enough. Also, let me know your thoughts on Schaub, the snitch. And I want to go ahead and shout out everybody who's here. Please, in the chat, give me a hell yeah in the chat so I can shout everybody out. I appreciate you guys for being here. If you showed up late, don't worry. The podcast will be free. And it will come out again on Sunday, iTunes, Podbean, and YouTube. And if you didn't show up here for the beginning, show up next time. Every Friday, right around 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. Shout out to Gaiges, Venus, Die Trap, Happy, Duck, Danielka, True Screws, and anyone else who happens to be here lurking or unable to chat. I appreciate you guys always for being here. Tell a friend about the podcast. God damn it. It's the only way we can grow. I need you guys' help. I feel like I'm a pretty entertaining guy. I feel like I make you guys laugh, and sometimes you guys make me laugh. And what could be better than expanding that little pocket of joy? Nothing could be better. So get to work, advertise the podcast, help us grow. Word of mouth is it's the best type of word out there. God damn it. Unless you cannot spell, like Gabriela. You guys have a great weekend. Let's play that motherfucking intro. God damn it, motherfucker, what? What the fuck is this?